All right, guys, welcome back to another New Legacy podcast. I got the man, the myth, the legend with me right here, Brandon Hills. Thank you for coming all the way out to the Bay from Iowa and being part of the show today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. This is like, did you like the Uber experience?
Yeah, it's fucking great.
The airport pickup?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally, like, just to see this podcast, like, growing. And, I just made this just so we could help people learn how to talk on camera. But now it's a show. Like every day, people hit me up to get on.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome. I remember like seeing an ad or some clips of you, and then I was like, I gotta fucking reach out to this guy and like see if we can like make it work. And here we are.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, we're going in a time and space where, like, you have to make content. You have to be on content, and it's no longer an excuse that people can just hide behind their brand and logo anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you probably felt that, like, going into the fitness space, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Having to learn how to talk on camera, be like your authentic self, like just kind of say like, fuck it, I'm going for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. We're gonna dive into it today. So
Let's do it.
if they don't know who you are, tell the audience a little bit about you.
So I'm Brandon Hills, 30 or soon to be 38 years old. I live in Iowa with my wife and my 15-year-old son. I literally just resigned from law enforcement after 7 years. Literally resigned like 3 days before Christmas. Started this online coaching business about 2 years ago, and it's taking off and affording me the opportunity to work with people in the capacity that I want to, which is actually helping people with their physical health, their mental health, their mindset, their habit building. And, 2 years later, afforded me the opportunity to go ahead and resign from law enforcement. And now this is what I do full time.
Wow. And this trip has been like all kinds of different things for you, right?
Yeah, this trip has been freaking wild. Just the gym that we were at today, shooting content, getting to go to the Rolex store. Never, ever, ever had a Rolex or been to a Rolex store or wore a Rolex. So that was quite the experience.
Yeah, it's like a different, like, I guess, like a different game. They played a game of hard to get,
Yeah, no, it was really interesting to witness that.
Yeah. And were you born and raised in Iowa, or?
So no, I was actually born in Long Island, New York. Oyster Bay, I think, is the actual town. But I grew up in North Dakota pretty much my whole life. But I've been living in Iowa since 2007. So I pretty much call Iowa home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So growing up there, did you have any like challenges for your, in your childhood?
In North Dakota?
Yeah.
So yeah, challenges. Like we were poor. We grew up poor. I remember like, when you're young, you don't realize like finances and like your parents going through that. But like looking back, you're like, oh, I recognize that now, right? So like vehicles being repoed, right? Because we'd have like a newer van, right? And then 2 weeks later, it's gone, and like we're driving around in this shit box, like, and you don't realize when you're 12 years old.
Yeah.
But your electricity being turned off, and like we never went hungry.
Yeah.
Like had a good childhood from that standpoint, but witnessed a little bit of domestic violence growing up.
Wow.
And kind of actually being in my 30s now and looking back and like having some of like those memories like come back and like, oh, holy shit, like that did happen. But overall, no, I had a good childhood, just dealing with some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And who were you in middle school, high school, growing up?
Who was I? I was.
Were you like the cool kid, the party kid, or
no,
like
I got bullied. I got not like violently, but enough to where like, I kind of would like curl into my shell. I was kind of the goofy kid, outcast, I guess. It wasn't until like my junior, senior year where I finally like came out of my shell. Like I was in like theater arts, I was playing football, like probably dating way too many girls, but like, but no, middle school, I was definitely the kid getting picked on, the outcast, like had maybe like one or two friends, but yeah.
That's crazy. And where did you take your career from that?
So yeah, I actually worked at a prison for 5 years in my younger 20s. Did
Hmm.
that for 5 years, and then was like, man, I need something a little bit um, more upbeat, a little bit more like faster pace, whatever. So then like started looking into like law enforcement. It wasn't like a lifelong dream. I wasn't one of those guys that, from when I was little wanted to be in law enforcement. It just kind of like was the next progression.
Yeah.
So then did that. And that's what, up until, a couple of weeks ago, that's what I had done for like the last 7 years.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that it's all one career. So like you, so this is like a new era for you.
This is a completely new era. Yep. Started this coaching business 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Had no aspirations or vision or dreams for what it could be. Just was like, oh, like I think I saw like an ad. It was like, do you lift weights? Like, do you help your friends? Like, you can make money doing this. Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And like checked out the ad or whatever, and then just, I mean, fast forward now through mentorships and learning the business side of things and whatever, was able in the last year to actually make more money
Hmm.
doing online coaching than I did working full time in law enforcement, working fucking holidays, weekends, overnight shifts, missing out on stuff, basically trading time for money. So when I was
Hmm.
like, oh shit, I just made more money in the last 6 months than I did the entire year, like
Damn.
time to burn the fucking boats. Like, we're going all in.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, congratulations on that because a lot of
Thank
people
you.
don't have the courage to do that.
No,
And
absolutely. Absolutely. That was one of the things, like with a lot of the guys that I work, they're like, oh man, like you're going to give up your pension, like you're going to give up like
hmm.
your insurance. And I was like, yeah, absolutely I am.
Yeah.
Like this is like a dream, and I'm not going to be one of those bitter guys, 20 years from now that looks back and like all I'm looking forward to is like retirement.
Yeah.
Like,
A,
no,
a lot
no,
of people like. I mean, I read somewhere that a lot of people once they retire, they don't live that long.
no, they don't. Law enforcement, like, um, yeah, I think the average is like 5 years after. So you don't even get to
Wow.
enjoy your retirement, right? It's just because all the stress, right? It's a stressful job.
Yeah.
So, if you're in that career for 20, 30 years, right, all that stress compounds, and then your whole identity is wrapped up in that career, in that job. And then when you leave, you've kind of like lost a sense of yourself, like a
Yeah.
sense of worth. And yeah, like a lot of them, and they don't take care of themselves, right? Because you're working overnights,
Yeah.
you're eating shitty gas station food.
Damn.
A lot of them don't work out. They don't take care of themselves. They work overtime. And by the time they retire, their body's like, what the fuck did you do to me for the last, 20, 30 years? And they don't make it.
Wow. I mean, for those who stay in, man, thank you for their service.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
that's
absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah, no, it takes a special person to do it, and it was time for me to exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be in the military, and we used to go like field ops, and we'd be in the field for like multiple days. One time, I think we're like in the field for like 40 days,
Oh,
and it was like no shower. It was like
yeah,
it
that's
was, it was
wild.
wild.
Yeah,
You could
40
smell
days
us
without a shout. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
a while away. But man, yeah, I got some disabilities out of it, so that's
Okay,
pretty good. But yeah, it's really like a different lifestyle.
it
Like,
really is.
yeah, and the thing about entrepreneurship is like you're finally like, do you feel like you're finally like living now, like now that your life is yours?
Yeah, it definitely has brought a sense of freedom,
Hmm.
because now, right, like I'm living on my own terms, my own time, like
Yeah.
how I structure my day, like okay, but now, right, it's all on me. So like I
Hmm.
have to make sure that like what I'm doing in this business is moving the needle forward, right,
Every single day.
to progress, right? So that's why I have a business coach.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to masterminds. That's why I'm
Mm.
investing in myself, because I know the fruit that that's going to bear, right? Having surrounding myself with people who have done this longer than I have, who know more than I do,
Yeah.
to help me along in this. Yeah.
I mean, how important is mentorship for you?
Mentorship has been everything.
Yeah.
It really has. I've learned so much from the mentors that I've had over the last year, and I've probably had about 3 or 4 of them. I literally just signed up for another mentorship program,
Hmm.
and it has, you don't know what you don't know, and I
Yeah.
didn't know a lot, and I still don't know a lot, but it has been one of the key factors in me having the little bit of success that I have had so far. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean I used to think like, oh, those are just like those courses or those programs are just scams, but like I got a couple, and it helped out so much because they're just like, here's the layout, go run this layout, and it works, and I'm like, oh, damn, I was just doing everything hard to
Yeah, yeah. No, it does work.
the
And
whole
just like
time.
everything else, you just have to do the work.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Like you can sign up for that course or be given that blueprint and whatever, but if it just sits there and you don't do anything with it, then yeah, of course, to you or to someone else that doesn't do it, like, oh, well, this was a scam, it didn't work. Well, no, did you put in the work?
exactly. Like a lot of people, they sign up on like we're in January, right?
Yeah.
You went to the gym earlier. Nobody was there,
No.
right?
Not many, no.
But 2 weeks ago, it was full.
Absolutely.
Like I couldn't even get a machine. Like know?
that new January rush, the new year, new me crowd.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's just like what you have over 100 clients already?
In the last 2 years I've served over 100 clients. Yeah, currently almost 40 right now as we speak. Yeah.
Wow. What are some patterns you see that people keep on repeating and making the same like problems or mistakes all the time?
Absolutely. So, and these are things that I did right when I first started my fitness journey. So that's why, right, being a coach, like I'm able to identify that and be like, hey, like I did this exact same stuff, and this is what I'm here for to help you avoid these mistakes, avoid these pitfalls. And one of them is like time, like a timeline on when they think they're going to achieve like their goals or their dream body, right? Usually after like a month, they're like, hey, the scale's not moving the way. Yeah, you were disrespectful to your body for 15, 20, 30 years.
Damn.
It's going to take a minute to unfuck all of that negative stuff that you did. So if it took 20 to 30 years to do that, like it's going to take more than 3, 6, 12 months, right? Like this is like strap in, like this is the long game, so that, and then like realistic expectations, right? Because like we're not all going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like it just, genetics play a huge role. And then, right, like establishing habits, right? So for some people, it takes a longer time to, get those sustainable habits, because they're new to all this: food prepping, working out, drinking water, doing your cardio. And we realize too, right? Like you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna fail. Like I did a bunch of times. I had fitness coaches and stuff that I didn't listen to what they told me to do. And it just prolongs that journey, so having realistic expectations, right? Like if we take on, a 60-year-old that's got 100 pounds to lose, that's like, and they're like, I want like ripped abs and I want to like jack shoulders. It's like, no, that's not like, we're not going to turn you into a D1 athlete. Are we going to get you healthy and like a better version of you to experience like a better quality of life?
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's what we're here to do, is to make your life better, but we need to manage expectations. Right.
I love that you say the quality of life. Like it's not, a lot of people like they see coaches online. They're like, oh, it's fitness only or so. But fitness, you can just go to the gym and get that.
Absolutely.
Like you can go to like, I don't know, a lot of like the coaches in the gym are kind of like chubby. So I'm not sure about that. You know what I'm talking about?
That's another thing. If you are going to be in this industry, I'm not saying that everyone needs to be like SEAL Team 6, but you should look like you are a fucking trainer. You should look like you do the job, that you fit the part. You should not be 50 or 100 pounds overweight giving fitness advice. That's just unacceptable. So
yeah, a lot of those guys at Planet Fitness in 24 hours.
Don't even get me started.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like your body is kind of your resume in this game, huh?
It is. It's one of my most recent mentors told me it's your business card.
Oh.
It's your business card, right? Because if you're going to say, hey, I can help you achieve X, Y, Z, and I can help you get in shape, I can help you put on muscle, like, and you don't look that you've ever done that, or at least have never done that once in your life.
Yeah.
How are you going to help them? How are you going to lead them if you don't know what that's like to walk in their shoes, right? And I grew up that I was chubby for a while. Like when I got married, like I look back at my wedding pictures and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like you can't go back, right? But
Right,
I'm like,
right.
and my wife is a smoke show. She's amazing. She's 8 years older than me, but she's absolutely just an amazing human being, but gorgeous. I look back, I'm like, the fuck she's seeing me, but I'm glad she did.
Yeah.
But I'm like, boy, I do not like the way that I looked in my wedding photos. But yeah, so I've walked in their shoes, right? Like I've struggled with my weight, you know, into my early mid 20s, addicted to food. Like that's all I looked forward to was like my next meal. Like
Was it like a crutch or something that you're using to like help you with some emotional like
I think looking
thing?
back, like identifying it, like after going to therapy for a little bit, like it was because at that point, like I didn't have a vision,
Mm.
like I didn't have any goals or aspirations. Like I was just working, right, a dead end job. This was
Mhm.
before law enforcement and stuff. Like I was working in a cubicle, and then I worked part time at Buffalo Wild Wings. So
Oh
I would
wow.
literally like the nights that I would work at Buffalo Wild Wings, I would order a large boneless wing
Mhm.
and I would bring it home. And it's super depressing or sad, but I would sit in my room on the floor in front of the TV by myself, like eating this giant pile of wings, watching like my favorite TV shows. Like that was my life.
Damn.
Yeah, damn. Like,
I could imagine.
and I
That's
know
cra-
like a lot of the clients that we bring on are not that they're exactly similar, but right, like they don't have a lot going on. They don't have a vision for their life because they've never seen that. They've never put themselves out there. And it's like, hey, like I've been there. Like I've been depressed. I've
Yeah.
had anxiety. Like I've been addicted to food. I know what's on the other side of that. Like there's like freedom, right?
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is about is freedom.
Wow. I love your energy. It's like
Yeah,
contagious. Yeah.
I'm very passionate about this, just because I know what fitness has done for my life. And like we were talking earlier today, it's not just the physicality. Like that's great. That's a byproduct of working out, being healthy. It's this.
Yeah.
This is what changes because then you see everything differently.
Oh, 100. That's crazy. Yeah. Like I'm working out again, like taking things more serious. And I remember I was like, damn, when I was big and buff, I was making so much sales. I need to boost the sales.
Boost the yeah, get big and buff, boost the sales.
It really is like, I don't know, like when you look at a person and they walk into the room and they're in physical shape that's good, like it's like there's a physical presence, you know?
Yeah, it almost you don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
It you can say it almost demands respect. Like you respect that person.
Right.
Because right, you know that if someone, and I've heard someone say this before, I don't know if it was like Bedros Koulian or someone that I follow or like Andy Frisella,
Mhm.
but like when you walk into a room and you are physically fit, like you already know that person's disciplined.
Mhm.
Like they probably get up early, right? They have goals.
Mhm.
They don't cheat on their goals, right? And their work ethic. Because it's hard. It's super hard to get in shape. It is. Like, and when we sign on new clients, I'm like, yeah, if it was easy, everybody would fucking do it.
Mhm.
Like it is difficult, but if you can stick with it and be consistent, like it will change your life. It's changed my life.
Yeah. It's not like a one-time thing. It's like
No, that's
gotta
why I
keep
tell them like
going.
you got to like this is like if you want to do this, like this is like forever. Like I always tell people till I'm in the ground. Like I want to be 60 and 70 and still going on hikes and doing cool shit and having sex with my wife. Like her and I talk about that. Like we want to look good for each other like as we get older, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But being physically fit gives you freedom. And like a lot of people think like, oh, like your life must suck because you're so strict. No, it's the opposite. It gives me so much freedom to do whatever else I want to do, even when it comes to food. Because then once in a while, like yesterday, right, I smashed a workout with DJ, who's the nutritionist that works on my team. That's why I'm down here to visit her. We went and had an In-N-Out burger after we worked out.
Mhm.
It was great, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that once in a while, not all the time.
Yeah.
Not every day.
All the time you get fat.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people they think that you're right. A lot of people think like you got to be super strict and kind of live in jail, with the macros.
Yeah, no.
But
No. And yeah, there's a plan that you need to follow. And like, right, it's about the consistency. You need to be consistent. But once you get to that place, then yeah, and then the freedom it gives you, right, for everything else. Like, there's a reason like fitness correlates with wealth, right? Back when I was my most unhealthy, unfit, overweight, depressed, eating fucking chicken wings by myself in my room, right? It's also my most poorest, right? I had like, I remember it was when, I have a 15-year-old son, so his mom and me, right? We split when we were young. So, I remember I was literally couch surfing, sleeping in basements, doing whatever we could, right? Like I didn't even have enough money in my account to go to like the dollar menu at McDonald's.
Damn.
Like negative in my bank account. Like I was driving to work 45 minutes every day in the Iowa winter with a car that had no heat. So I was like literally scraping the windshield of frost and like driving to work, like peeking out like this little hole for like hoping to God I didn't like get hit or hit anybody.
Damn.
Like, so like poor, like, but that struggle, right? Like being unfit now, right? I'm in the best shape that I've ever been at almost 38 years old. And I'm the most financially free that I've ever been too.
Congratulations.
And because of this, right, my mindset has changed. Like the curtain's been pulled back. I've seen what lies on the other side and what opportunities are there.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why I left law enforcement too, because I'm like, I can't unsee that. Like,
you got it.
Yeah. Like when you see like you can actually like, there's life. You don't have to just work a 9 to 5. You don't have to be confined to this system or whatever. Like you got to take a risk.
Yeah.
Like no reward without risk. But if you do it and bet on yourself and believe in yourself and have a circle around you that believes in you, like my wife and my family do. And she's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. We're going all in. And fucking here today. I'm in California hanging out. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I love your like enthusiasm. It's like very contagious. And
cool.
at the gym today, we're just filming some content, talking and stuff. People were just coming up to you.
That was kind of wild. Yeah. Right. And met this guy. We started talking about like faith and stuff like that. Cause I'm new in my faith journey. That's a whole other podcast. Like I grew up in the church and stuff like that, walked away for a long time, but in the last 6 months to a year, went to church for the first time last weekend. But him and I started talking, about that, and that, he's like, oh yeah, my dad was in law enforcement my entire life, and my brother's in law enforcement. Like, oh, holy crap! And had a really good conversation. And now I have a call with him tomorrow to look at him as a potential client. Like he was like, loves what I'm about, loves what DJ and I are about. It's like, yeah. So that was kind of weird, like in a good way.
Right, because like the thing is, you're not just like getting people fit. You have a community aspect to your program, and people can network and meet high value people. That's
yeah, absolutely. Program. So one of the really neat things that through mentorships and like trying to set myself apart, or DJ and I apart from everything else that's out there, is the community aspect, right? Like everyone that signs on, right, they have access to this app, which is really cool because they can share their food prep pictures and all their wins. But then, right, we have monthly guest speaker Zoom calls. So aside from like our coaching calls, because of like the circles I've been around in now in the rooms and some of the connections I've made, I'll have on like someone who's like really high up in finance, or, is like a motivational speaker, and I've become friends with them, and they've agreed to come on for an hour and a half, to do a Zoom call and talk to my clients about habit building, mindset, overcoming past traumas. Like, so that's a really neat way to provide more value for them, because I believe that health and fitness is more than the body, right? It's spiritual, it's emotional, it's mental, and they all intertwine.
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right. I'm getting back to like, I did my run across America. That was like,
yeah, that's awesome.
That was like the dream, but on that, I lost like 40 pounds of like muscle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, your body was just consuming calories.
I came back and I was like, damn, but now I'm skinny and weak and get cold easily.
That's funny.
But man, I don't know. Like the last 3 years, I've just been just an entrepreneur, and I didn't really feel like I was alive until I start to like grow my business. And the way you're able to see the world is so much different. Everything is now has to be value based, has to be result based. And if I sell someone something, would have bought that for myself? So I always ask that question.
Absolutely.
And as long as you're like you do good by other people, it's every person I work with. You call them up, they'll all say good things. You know, because
Yeah.
I make sure that they get the best whatever.
Yeah.
They
Who
get.
you are as a person says a lot, right? Because
Yeah,
let's just be honest, there's a lot of bullshit and a
yeah.
lot of like negativity and just awful
Oh
shit
my god.
online in every and in right in online coaching
Yeah,
in videography,
yeah,
right? There's bad eggs in all of it, but like you, right? Today's the first time we met. Like I already know I'm coming back to work with you. Like we just fucking hit it off
yeah,
because like that real recognizes real, like genuine, authentic, like good people. Like, and that's what you want to do, right? You want to put that value out there for people. Like, and yeah, we're entrepreneurs. We want to make money. Like we have to, like that's our business,
hmm
but we're also helping people along the way. Like
yeah,
I'm fitness based and you're helping people like do cool shit like this, like make dope ass videos. Like it's, and that's cool. Getting
yeah.
to see myself in some of that shit you did today. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like, I look like that. Like that's fucking dope. Like I
yeah.
can't wait to see the final product. Like,
It's the angles, you know. It's
yeah,
the
like
angles.
no. So it's being able to connect and network with people of, like mind and that just want to put good shit out there and value. Like that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's literally like because man, I've seen so much. Business is pretty crazy. There's a lot of like crazy people inside of business. I'm always trying to like take advantage of people,
Yeah.
and like if you're, it's not a game where you could be like soft,
No.
and it's crazy. Like
Yeah. So to that point, like, I believe, right, that like whatever you want to call it, right, God or the universe or, Jesus for me now, right, it's Jesus and God. But like, I believe certain doors will open when they're meant to, like when you're ready, like to walk through them spiritually, mentally, physically.
mhm.
And so for the longest time, like those doors, like, weren't opening and now they are. And I think a big part of that has to do with my experience, like working in a prison with sex offenders,
Same.
being in law enforcement for 7 years, right? Like you have to develop a spine, a backbone, and thick skin, right? Because there's some high intense situations. And
Mhm.
how are you going to deal with that? How are you going to perform in those high intense situations when adrenaline is going high and it's stressful and there's firearms involved and other people's lives? Like you have to make split second decisions, but
Right.
really, like, again, this has to be sharpened because if this is not, that's where mistakes are made and that's where bad things happen.
Mhm.
So I really believe, like you said, having that that backbone and that grit really helps to be an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
Like it really does.
I mean, I'm learning as I go. Like
Oh yeah, I'm
in
learning every
the first year, I was making so many mistakes. I was like, man, I'm so
That's how you
dumb.
learn, right?
Yeah,
You make the mistake, you nope, not doing that again and move forward.
man. Like I love people, and I put a lot of hope into people, and a lot of those hope never like nurture, or they give up on themselves or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
sometimes like right, that whole like you can lead a horse to water but not make it drink. Like sometimes people just don't. They think they want the help or they think they want to put in the work, but then when it comes time to like fucking do it,
Exactly.
they don't want to.
It's just like everybody. Like I seen this quote when I used to be in the military. When we're attached to a Marine unit, it says everybody wants to be a Marine until it's time to be a Marine.
Yeah, absolutely. Or I've heard a quote probably came off that, right? Everyone wants to be a lion until it's time to do lion shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Like everyone wants to be the beast, right? Until it's time to do beast shit. Like everyone has like this false sense of like I'm going to do it, and
yeah.
then when it's time to do the work,
I honestly think like the reason why everyone has such a big ego, like at least in America, is because like the marketing is so well centered to like hit the psychology of that person. Makes them feel important when they buy those brand or products or whatever. But
oh,
then,
gotcha.
but then that ingrains, and then they interact with other people, and then that comes out, but it's not supposed to. We're supposed to be like kind of like more taking care of each other, but it's like we're taking from each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that. Yeah.
And everywhere, like especially right now, you go on YouTube, you go on to anywhere, like any like media outlet or whatever, so much negative stuff.
There's so much, like, yeah, I was having a conversation with someone the other day. Like, you can go to like the most uplifting, positive YouTube video, just scroll the comments. Like, it
Yeah.
somehow gets political, it gets racist, it gets
Yeah.
just awful. And it could be like a video with like puppies and like they're in the comments just being awful human beings. Like, it's
Like
wild.
there's something going on right now that I think is bigger than what I'm able to handle, but I don't know like if you got a pulse on it or anything like that.
As far as,
Like the negativity,
yeah,
the
I don't.
shift in like human like interaction with each other.
It's funny because, right, like I see that, but then I see the flip side too. It's almost like these polarizing opposites, right, are going on like simultaneously, right? Because like today, right, every interaction I've had since being in California has been awesome. Super positive at the grocery store, at the gym today, the gym owners, like everything has been positive. But yeah, you're right. There's also this arc of like super intense negativity and like division, and a big part of that is the media. It's how they portray it, right? Like I've done more flying now this year than I ever have, right? And I thought like every flight was having people kicked off and there was these wild fights going on. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Everyone's been super nice. So I think it's what is being portrayed. But yeah, there's I know some negative people, like it exists.
So I could tell like the phase that you're in right now and everything that the energy you give off and everything, you're in like a glowing phase, like a glow up, but like you're in a,
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel that?
Oh yeah.
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 Like I feel like, cause to me, we went a couple places today. Everyone was coming up to you. So like,
yeah, I don't have like a big ego or whatever. Like when I look back from like who I was till now, I'm like, okay, yeah, there was definitely like a shift in my mind. Like I'm slowly becoming like the man that I was meant to be. Glow up, right? Level up, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like the way that like people are attracted to me. So I don't know what that is. I am just me. Like you get what you get. Like at the gym, at the store, at home, whatever. I can only be me, but I want to like have the most fun out of life and like do cool shit and hang out with cool people. And like, it's exciting. And like you said, like, doing your own thing, being an entrepreneur, like betting on yourself, like it's like it's been the coolest like ride, and it's been such a short ride so far too, right?
I know.
It's been like literally since like May for me.
Damn,
right?
That's crazy.
Like of when like shit really started to like take off, and I sort of like had like this vision of what this could be. So yeah, I am like excited and like full of like enthusiasm because I know what the possibilities are now. Like, so it's like, how could you not be excited?
Right. I mean, you walk both paths. Like, you were walking like in a body you didn't like, but now you have a body that you like. Like, what's the difference between that?
Again, it comes back to like mindset. Like when I think back, like when I see pictures like of myself, from early 20s and stuff like that, because I had a kid really young, I'm like, man, like I don't almost ever say like have regrets or wasted years, but man, had I found like a coach or a mentor or someone to guide me along, boy, how much further along would I be right now? But again, I also believe everything happens for a reason, and there's seasons. And again, there's doors that you're meant to walk through at a certain point in your life. But yeah, it's just the difference in who I am as a person, like, right. And another thing with that, right, is the people that you meet along in life, right? They're in whatever stage or season that you're in, right? Those people are going to hold that version of you in their head.
Oh, wait, we're on some sauce right here.
Right? Like I really believe that, because I know like everyone has haters, right? And I'm not mad or whatever, but like I know like there's going to be people that see this. There's people I know for a fact that watch my content. They never interact, right? They never like anything. They're watching because there's a version of me in their head that they're like, fuck this guy. Like, that's not who Brandon is. Well, no, it is who I am. You met me, say, 4 years ago when I was in maybe a really weird place, or not who I am now. And you still have that version of me in your head. And now it's pissing you off, or you don't think that that's who I am now, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't worry about that version that's held in their head. You can't. Yeah. You have to just keep progressing, right? And some people are going to come along for the ride and some aren't. And the ones that aren't, that's okay. You can't worry about that. You have to keep moving forward and keep evolving. And that's what we're supposed to do.
I think you just gave me like a deja vu moment. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, wait a minute. That's something I always feel, but I've never said it out loud.
Yeah.
Because people that you meet along the way and you stop talking to them, they only remember that current version of you because maybe they could have stayed at that level too and they never level up, so they can't see it for themselves.
Absolutely. Yep. Whatever interaction, and maybe it was one interaction, and yeah, am I perfect? Absolutely fucking not. There are versions of me that are held in people's heads that's that version of me, and it's not a good version. And it is what it is, right? But I can't let that hold me back, like, from speaking my truth and my authenticity and being who I am, right? Like, we all go through seasons, and if we can be honest about that, like, yeah, 5 years ago I didn't like who I fucking was either. Not at all. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that's that version that they hold in themselves, but I've moved on, and you fucking need to move on too.
That's so crazy. Cause like, that's why I was like, I wonder why I don't like hanging out with people from my past. Cause then every time I do, they're always trying to pull that older version of me like out. And
yeah. And that version doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. And it just makes me like, if I do pull that version out, I feel weak. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes a whole. You know who Alex Hormozi is?
Yeah.
Okay, he has a quote, and this has really been evident in my life right now. And hopefully I don't butcher it because I really appreciate the stuff that he puts out. But it's like there's a version of you, right? Or a season where when you are on a path of like self-development and trying to grow and learn and be the best version of yourself, there's a season where you're going to outgrow the people around you that are not on that same path as you, and they're going to kind of fade away. So you're not going to associate with that group anymore, but you're not quite at the level where you need to be with the new circle. So there's like this lonely phase. And that's where I'm at right now, because I've talked with my wife. And that doesn't mean, right, if people end up seeing this, that we're, in my circle, in my past, that doesn't mean that those people are bad or that I'm better than them. Yeah. It's just they are happy and complacent where they're at, and that's totally fine. Totally fine to do that. I am not. I want to continue on this journey of self-development and seeing what can Brandon become, right? So that's okay that they're there. Not everyone's meant to come along for the ride, but I'm not at the level yet to where I need to be to have that new circle and that new group of friends. And that's cool too, but it can be lonely. And that's the phase that my wife and I find ourselves in right now. But I get to meet people like you. I went on a trip with Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey and some other people, like, fucking pinch me. I never thought that would ever happen. And then made some connections there. Right. So slowly starting to find my new circle of people that I connect with that are a lot of them are on this entrepreneurial journey. Yeah. So it's really cool.
Yeah. It's cool because like they're not afraid to take risks and you're not afraid to take risks. And
absolutely.
Like I have some friends that are like, I tell them an idea and they're like, oh, that's not going to work. But in my mind, I just tell them like, hey, it's not going to work for you.
Yeah, it's not going to work for you.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, it'll work for me.
And that's what keeps people stuck is that fear of failure, fear of rejection, right?
Yeah.
And something clicked one day. I was like, I'm not going to be that guy 20, 30 years from now when I'm in my 50s and 60s looking back saying, man, what if? Mm-hmm. Like, what could I have done, right? And if I fail, then it's a chance to learn, and I'll recalibrate and readjust, and we'll move forward. But I'm not going to be that person that, is on my deathbed, right? That whole cliche thing, and looks back and says, man, I wish I had taken the trip. I wish I had asked that question. I wish I had asked that girl on a date or whatever it is. Like, I don't want to be that person.
Wow. Damn. Yeah,
Food for thought, everybody.
no, I mean that's why I did the run across America.
Yeah, that's how fucking cool is that? How many people can say they've done that? Not a lot.
No, I mean a lot try, a lot fail.
But you did it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
man, it was one of the hardest things. But I was like, I was about to hit 30, so that's like my like pre-30 crisis.
Yeah. Pre-30, pre-midlife crisis.
Yeah. No, I mean, quarter life. We live longer now. We live longer.
Yeah.
So lifestyle freedom, you got that now, and I mean, we talked a little bit about before, and you did send me a little things about like some of the demons you had to fight in your past. Was there like something you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, I'm pretty open. Again, right, going back to like the old version of you that's held in other people's minds, right? Like it's held captive, like prisoner, like that's who. So I never struggled with, I mean, I had like my phase of like when I was younger, like drinking, like I'm sober now, like I don't drink, and it's not because I look down on anyone that does. Like I just, for me, like the positives of that, they're just not there. Like it affects your performance in the gym, it affects your cognitive function, it tanks your testosterone. Like there's just all sorts of things. Like I'd rather not. So I was never like addicted to alcohol, never had drugs, never gambling, right? So for me, my vice, my downfall was like validation and lust, like women. So that was my big thing, like pornography, things like that. Like thank God I've overcome all of that. Definitely still struggle with validation sometimes. And I think that has a lot of things that stem from when I was a kid, right? So then a few years ago, I went to a therapist, which I was always one that would talk shit on people that went to therapy until I needed it and realized like, oh, if you find the right person, this shit actually works, right? But yeah, like I talked about this on another podcast, but 4.5 years ago, like I found myself having an affair, right, on my wife, like, and that was the big turning point, right? Because I was at a gym one day and the song came on, and I just started weeping by myself in the gym, crying, because of the lyrics, right, and what I was going through, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like this isn't who I want to be. So long story short, I'm like, however this plays out, at least I know that like I can move forward and like start the healing process.
Yeah.
So long story short, me and my wife are still together. We're better than we've ever been. It was a lot of work, a lot of self-reflection that I had to do, a lot of work that I had to do on myself, right? Therapy, like, and then finding out like, okay, why is it the way I think about certain things about relationships? I found out that I never thought I was really worthy of love or worthy of, because she's amazing. She's the best woman I've ever met on the planet. And I was like, right, thinking back to like the pictures of my wedding day, like what the fuck did she see in me? Like, so having that like almost like feeling of like, there's no self-worth, like I'm not worthy of this, but then like self-sabotaging like myself, right? Like my amazing marriage, my amazing wife, and going out and being a dickhead and like almost ruining that. But again, fast forward, we're still together and it's better than it's ever been. And now we have conversations, right? Like it's communication is everything, and trust. Right. So those were my demons, and not to say that like demons still don't crawl back or you hear those voices or whatever. But now having like the tools like to cope with that, and like being open in conversation and being like, hey, like today's like not a good day. Like I'm having like these thoughts or like temptations or like, for me now, right, being back in faith, like feeling spiritually attacked. Like I've told my wife that a few times, like, hey, I feel like I'm being spiritually attacked today. I'm like, I know I'm new in this, but like, I don't like, cause I don't want it. Right. Like that's the thing. I don't want to be with anyone else other than my wife. Right. And that's the thing that a lot of guys don't want to talk about, or just people in general, that like, we're all tempted. Like, you can say that you're not, but you're fucking full of shit. Right. Like there's a reason that OnlyFans and fucking Pornhub is $1 billion industry, right? Like, oh, you're not on it? Like, okay. Like there's a lot of people on that. And it's too bad. There's temptation. A lot of people don't want to be honest and talk about that, especially as men or like people like in their marriage, but it's like, be honest about it. Like, right. Like, so I've told my wife like, hey, I'm feeling spiritually attacked. Like this is like wild. Like, I don't know where this is coming from, because I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. So it's like, be honest. Like as men, we're going to be tempted. Like we're sexual beings, and we're very visual beings. So like that shit's going to happen. Right. And then also, now that I have a son, like I need to have those conversations with him. Like, hey, like, I've talked to him, like, you're gonna see porn. Like, you know what porn is? Yeah. Okay. You're gonna see this. Like, I'm not gonna put my head in the sand and think that you're not. Like, don't look at it. Like, if someone shows it to you, tell them, like, hey, dude, cool, whatever. Like, and then if you ever struggle with this, like, come talk to me. Like, or if it ever becomes a problem. Like, so I've had those conversations with my son, because it distorts your view and reality on what a good relationship is. It does a lot of damage. It really does. And if people are in that too long, it can really fuck them up for a long time, because it, like, right, that's supposed to be experienced, like, between two people that are in love and whatever. And if you're, off in the bathroom doing your thing, and then your wife's like, yeah, we haven't slept together in like 5 or 6 days, like, what's going on? It's like, then now there's problems in your marriage. And like, it's just, we need to be more honest and open as men about, like, the things that we struggle with, because we all do, but we don't want to talk about it. But I'm willing to talk about it, because why not? Like, I've been through some shit, and like, and that's the other beautiful thing too, right? With that is, like, you can help people through it. You can talk to them,
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I appreciate you for sharing that, because that is like something that most, the tough men wouldn't like want to talk about it, but those are like the perceived tough men,
Yeah, there's a lot of like false masculinity out there, right? Like, I saw something the other day. There's like, this super like left wing, or like people that are like against masculinity, toxic, but then there's like the uber, like, to the right, like, over masculine, where like they're trying too hard. It's like, no, just be a man, like, right, like, do what you're supposed to do, like, handle your shit, be a leader, show up for your family, like, and just be a man. Like, you don't have to, like, no, masculinity sucks. No, masculinity is good. Like, we need masculine men, right? Who's gonna fucking go to war? Like, who does all like that crazy shit? Like, masculine men, right? Even through history.
Yeah.
Like, but then don't be so toxic that, like, like, where we're in some of the people on social media and in the era now, where it's like, dude,
that's too far.
Too far.
Yeah. No, that's crazy, man. So, let's talk about faith. Like, do you think that's important in like a part of life? Of like a good life.
Yes. So obviously, right, that's new for me. So I am no expert on faith or the Bible or anything like that. Like, I grew up in church. I played drums for like 2 different youth groups. I did like traveling, like ministry. I went on a missions trip. And then just like fell out of that. Like, when I went to college, just had some bad experiences with some people in the church, and right. No resentment. Just, it is what it is. But there's a few things in my life that have happened where I'm like, okay, I don't know what that was. Like, it's not a coincidence, like, kind of like surreal, otherworldly things, or like always feeling like this constant tug, like, the tug of like your heartstrings, or like this voice in your head. One instance was, I was actually doing jujitsu. I'd done jujitsu for a while, and I was right on the mats rolling around with these guys, right, trying to choke each other out. And something said, like, you need to be baptized. It's like, what? Like, right in my head. So I'm like, what? So I get off the mat, I grab my phone, I go to the bathroom, and to get away from everybody else. And I text, one of my friends named Scott, who was a client of mine. And I knew that he had went to this church, and he is a recovered drug addict from years ago, is doing amazing human being, but goes to this church. And I knew that church does like baptism. So I said, hey man, like, this is going to sound crazy. Like, I'm here at jujitsu. Like, can you get a hold of your pastor? I'm like, I need to like be baptized now. Like, I said, I don't understand what this is. He's like, oh, I'm actually heading there right now to meet him. I was like, okay. Like, I was like, you think he's like, yep, come here. Like, we'll knock this out right now. I'm like, I'll be there in 15 minutes. So I went out of the bathroom and, took my gi off and stuff like that, and started getting dressed. All the guys were like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I got to go. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm actually good. I'm like, I just got to go. Like I'll see you guys next time. They're like, all right, man, like see you later. So
Mhm.
texted my wife on the way. I was like, hey, meet me at this address. She's like, what? I was like, just meet me there. So I get there, I go up, never met this pastor before in my entire life.
Mm.
My friend Scott was there, went up there, and that's when I had kind of been like struggling with like porn and stuff like that. And I just knew that I didn't want this in my life anymore, right? But I was like, I've tried, right? I'm 30 some years old. I've tried for years on my own to like, right? I can't do it. I can't do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't. And I think that's why I kept feeling or like hearing this voice. Like, so I was like, I told the pastor, I was like, hey, I'm like struggling with this. Like, I don't want it in my life anymore. And I started, crying and whatever. And like, he was like, yeah, absolutely. And like, Scott gave me a big hug. So my wife shows up and she's like, what are we doing here? So I told her, I said, I don't want this in my life anymore. Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it a part of me. Like it's holding me back. So pastor brought me out into their sanctuary, and they didn't have the tub filled at the time, so we couldn't do like the full submersion, but he did the water on his hand on my head and said a prayer over me. And yeah, and then from then on out, in the last like year and a half, it's been this slow journey
Mm-hmm.
to where last weekend was the first time that I've actually like stepped foot inside of a church for a service in like 15 years.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, I needed this. Like this is good.
It's like a healing frequency in there, right?
It really is.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like a different frequency.
Yep.
Like,
And once I was able to put out all that like negative like bullshit that I experienced with like people in the church and be like, okay, it's not God, it's not Jesus. It was just those experiences. Like you're an adult now. Like you can like compartmentalize. Like, and I was like, oh, I'm like, this needs to be a part of like my family, right? And I've never taken my son to church ever.
damn.
Right? Like that really upset me actually. Like it got me like emotional. I'm like, what kind of a disservice have I done for my son who's almost 16 and he's never been to church with his dad?
Wow.
Like that's not right. Like that needs to change. And I told him, he was actually sick that Sunday that I went, like legitimately sick. But I said, hey, bud, like something new this year, right? I said, there's a lot of news this year. Like we sold our house, we moved, like left my job. Like I'm like, I said, we're going to start going to church as a family. He kind of like looked at me. I said, look, I'm not going to push anything on you. I said, you are your own person. You're a young adult. I said, but we're going to go and I will let you make up your own mind on what this means to you, right? Like I'm not here to like convince you of anything because that's what was done to me and that's what pushed me away for so long. I said, I want you to rationalize it in your head or whatever it means to you. And I'm always here to have that conversation if you have questions.
Damn.
I said, and we're just going to go. And you don't have to say anything, whatever. And I just want it to happen naturally. So, yeah. Wow. So to answer your question, long story short, yeah, faith I think is super important. I think we're all connected somehow. And again, I'm not an expert or anything like that, but I think there really is something to that because I felt a sense of like calm and peace and joy, which I haven't felt in a long time in my life. I started praying again, and that's been like my prayer. Like I just want to feel that peace. I want to feel joy, right? And I think that's what's coming out of me now, right? Like well, for everything, I'm excited, but I'm excited to be back, like in the Word, reading the Bible, praying, which I'm awful at. Like my wife, I prayed over my wife the other day. I'm like, this is going to be terrible. Like she's like, doesn't matter, it's just a prayer, right? Like, and so yeah, it's been super important to me lately.
I mean, I feel like a lot of jobs are like modern like slavery tools, unless you're like you understand the game and you're trying to scale and get out of it.
Yeah.
But one thing you mentioned to me that like you felt like a lot of times in your lifetime that you were serving other people and you're going above and beyond, but you were neglecting yourself behind the scene. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So like any job when like EMTs, firefighters, police officers, nurses, doctors, right? Like your job is to serve, right? Like you're to be of service, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so many of us, right, in those professions in law enforcement, EMT, firefighters, nurses, doctors, like we don't take care of ourselves. We're so busy taking care of everybody else, right? While we're at work for 10, 12 hours, sometimes longer, right? Then at home with our families, like we tend to put ourselves on the back burner, right? Because those jobs are not conducive to a healthy lifestyle, for one, to begin with. You're in service of others all the time. And yeah, you're kind of left with like, after all of that, like, so I can understand why like a lot of people in those professions, like, say like, oh, by the time I'm done with the job and then we're at home and we're getting the kids ready and they're going to the extracurriculars, like I just want to sit on the fucking couch and veg out. Like I get it. Like I don't disregard that because yeah, sometimes it is nice to like, you just need a moment to yourself. But in the service of others, like right now, like what I tell like my clients and stuff like that, like you can't continue to show up for everybody else, whether that's your family, your children, people that you work with, if you don't make yourself a priority. Like it's not selfish. Like we've been lied to, like to think that like everybody else has to come first. Like, no, it's the opposite. You should make yourself priority number one. You should go to the gym for an hour a couple times a week. You should eat healthy because you know what? When you do all of that and pour into yourself, right? There's that saying that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to pour into yourself and do the things that like bring you joy or make you better. And working out, like it's right. I always said there's like, if you could take the feeling of what you get from like, and you know this, right? From like a really, really good workout, like the dopamine, that feeling. And if you could put that into a liquid or put that into pill form and sell that, that would be like the highest selling antidepressant on the market because there's no other feeling like that, right? Like and I tell my clients too, like, I'm not motivated every day or every time to go to the gym. Absolutely fucking not. Some days I am like, I'll pick my music out the night before. I'm like, we're fucking hammering back tomorrow. Like I'm jacked, like I'm super excited. But there's a lot of days where I'm like, I don't want to fucking go. But I go, and never have I ever went.
It's like addictive too.
It's addictive, and never have I been in a bad mood or not wanted to go and finished a workout and been mad that I did.
Yeah.
So
I just do 3 workouts.
Yeah.
if it's not like a training day.
Yeah. No, it's super important to make yourself a priority because then when your cup is full, you can pour into your spouse, you can pour into your kids, and you know what? Your kids and your spouse are going to see like, oh, dad or mom, they're taking care of themselves, right? Those habits are going to spill into your kids, right? You're going to teach them how to eat healthy, right? So then you're setting them up for success as they get older, or when they leave your house, they're going to have these healthy habits, right? So it's like a win-win for everybody. Yeah.
It's they'll emulate you, your kids. They won't
Absolutely.
listen, but they'll emulate you.
Yep. They watch what you do. Absolutely. And that's how they learn a lot of their habits. Like, okay, did I grow up and dad, every night was sitting, cracking a sixer every night and, watching the game, or, oh shit, dad was out in the garage getting work done, right? Putting in that work, doing squats and stuff, in the garage at night. Like, what are you portraying onto your kids? Like, it's so important.
Wow. Man, what are some rock bottom moments that you had and some of the lessons you took away with those moments?
Yeah, absolutely. So rock bottom moment definitely was the affair. That's the biggest rock bottom moment of my life, or I guess at least the conversation that I had to have with my wife. Right.
Damn.
That was the hardest conversation I've ever had in my entire life. Right. To have to like come clean about that because she didn't know, right? Like, and I'll never forget, like I remember, like she came home from work that day and we had plans to go out with a couple friend of ours. So she comes in the door like, hey, like give me 20 minutes. And I'm like, I was mentally preparing for this all day. Like, so, right. Not in a good headspace because this isn't a good conversation. So, right, she comes in, I'm like, hey, like we need to talk. Oh, is everything okay? No, it's not. So obviously that conversation happened. But like I said, again, we're better than we've ever been. But a really cool or key point to that whole story, or our story, is about a few days after we met up, right? After we're processing this, we're going through this. We met up and we got in my car. We sat in a gas station parking lot, and right, there was some awkward silence. There were some tears shed, and I'll never forget, because she looked at me and she goes, "I love you. I am not going to give up on you. And everyone's telling me to leave you.
Damn.
My friends, my mom, or her mom, right? She's like, my sister, they all say I should leave." She goes, "There is something in you that I see that they don't and that you don't right now." She goes, "I believe in you and I know the man that you're going to become, and I don't want to miss out on that."
Damn.
How fucking profound is that? About 4.5 years ago, right?
Wow.
So yeah, that version of me, that person of me, or that version that other people hold in their heads, yeah, complete scumbag, dickhead. She saw something in me that I didn't and believed in me. And that was a catalyst and a catapult to get me to wake up. Now, was it a perfect road from then on out? No, it wasn't. But the lessons learned from that and the healing that occurred, right, from that hard conversation, which is why I'm so open to having hard conversations with people, because I know the healing that comes from that has led us to where we're at now, right? Marriage better than ever. And I'm here in California, the best version of myself that I've ever been, on a podcast with you, talking about healing and, recovery, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking dope is that?
I mean, this is like one of the podcasts I feel like you got a lot of potential in you to be on big stages, And
well, thank you. That's wild to think about that, but I just, I've had some life experiences, and I know that if you, again, right, have people that believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself, you can accomplish a lot and get through that. And there's beauty and life on the other side of that, because I am living proof of that.
You gotta show me a picture of what you looked like before.
I will. I'm sending it to you, and you can pop it on this fucking podcast. Yeah, I use it all the time when I do like transformation pic posts and stuff like that, to be like, hey, like, this shit takes a while. That's another thing too, like managing expectations. Like, this shit takes a long time, right? Like we talked earlier, like, you're not gonna fuck up your body for 30 years and in 6 months have your dream body. So just know that, like, strap the fuck in, like, it's gonna take a while, but it's worth it. Cause look, time is gonna move forward whether you want it to or not. So 20 years from now, you can look back and have 20 years of excuses, or you can look back and say, I put in the work and I'm proud of what I've done and I've achieved my transformation. So that's where I was like, I'm just going to fucking put in the work, because the fucking hand's moving, like, whether I want it to or not. Like, so get to work.
The law of action, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's a law of attraction. That's one thing. Absolutely. But I think, we had a conversation. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he's like a 8-figure entrepreneur.
That's awesome.
And he was like, dude, just law of action. I was like,
yeah. Gotcha. And there's another saying too, imperfect action is better than no action. Like, be imperfect. 100%. Or like, they're like, another fucking thing that drives me nuts when I have conversations with people, and some of them are going to see this and like, sorry, not sorry, but like, it's not the right time. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Like, for real, shut the fuck up. It's never the right time, right? Well, my kids are involved in this, and we just bought a house, or we just bought a car, or I got this going on, or like, either do it or don't, right? There's another famous, or not famous, but Alex Hormozy quote, like, do it or don't, but stop fucking wanting it. Stop saying that you want it, but then, because you don't. Because if you did, you would. And that's what I've done. And that's why, right, practice what you preach. That's why when people are like, oh, I can, or it's this or that, or I don't have the funds or whatever, it's like, yeah, the first mentorship thing that I signed up for was $14,000. I didn't have $14,000 laying around. I made it fucking, I opened up a credit card on that call and maxed out the credit card, but I knew that signing up for this, what it would yield and the results that it was going to give me. And it did. So it's like, take the fucking risk. So again, right, I wanted it bad enough where I was like, oh, guess I'm opening up a credit card. Like, here you go. Like, because I know, I believe in myself. So either do it or don't.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, someone told me, like, one of my, like, super high level clients, he said every level is going to cost everything from the last level,
That's, yeah.
you know? And it's
Yeah.
just like, it's never the right time.
It's there. I tell people, if you're waiting for the universe to get like, here,
Oh my
here's
God.
permission. Like,
There's a lot of people like that. It goes into
there's
my-
so many people like that. And,
Yeah.
but I used to be one of them. So that's why when people come to me, I'm like, I was in your fucking shoes. Like, there is no right time. Like, I wish I had started 15 years ago.
Damn.
Like, right. I wish I was, like there wasn't like those podcasts and stuff back like 15, 20 years ago. Like there's so much awesome, there's a lot of information and misinformation, but if you do your homework, there's so much, you can learn so much.
Wow.
Right. And just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fail along the way, but better to start now and fuck up now than to like never do it or wait until you're like 60. Right. Like I have a perfect example, right? I'm not going to name names or anything. But we have a client, he's 56 or 57, stage 4 kidney failure, came to us. Sucks that he waited, right, till he's 57, stage 4 kidney failure. But he made a decision, no, I'm going to get healthy. I want to have the best quality of life that I can for as long as I have, right? And so we had a conversation. I said, hey, man, like, are we going to turn you into a D1 athlete? No, we're not going to, but we're going to give you a better quality of life. First 7 to 8 weeks, drop 30 pounds.
Damn.
From small incremental changes in diet and movement. All we did, right? Because we have apps and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, too confusing for this guy. Like, what are your food choices? We're going to control your portion sizes. You're going to report back to DJ and I. What are you doing for movement? Nothing. Cool. Guess what? Now you're doing 20-minute walks every day. And then the next week, 25-minute walks. And then the next week after that, guess what? 30-minute walks. You know what's cool? Him and his wife got a fucking treadmill and put it in the house because Iowa gets super fucking cold, right? No one wants to walk outside when it's 5 degrees. So they're like, nope, we're going to keep doing this. 30 pounds down. And his doctors are like, what are you doing?
Yeah. See, like the doctors are, I feel like the doctors just trying to like make money off of you for keep being sick.
Yeah, there's have you seen that Dana White quote?
I've seen a couple stuff
Where he talks about doctors. He's like, if I break my arm, I'll go to a doctor. If I break my leg, I need open heart surgery, I'll go to a doctor.
Yeah.
I'll never fucking go to a doctor again for general health because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, they don't know what they're doing, right? Because there are, like, I know doctors that are obese and overweight. Why the fuck would I ask you for general health guidance and information when you're a walking billboard of everything that's the exact opposite? Why? Why would I ask you how you're going to tell me how to eat healthy and exercise and you're 100 pounds overweight? Go fuck yourself.
Nurses too.
Yes. Yes. It does not mean that they're bad human beings. Like, they're some of the most helpful, charitable, nicest people, but still, if you're going to be in a health profession and talk to people and help people about getting healthy, how the fuck are you 50 to 100 pounds overweight? How?
It's hypocritical.
It is.
And I think it's
Well, I'm probably going to be attacked for saying that, but
no,
whatever.
I don't think it's their fault. I think it's just the engine that the economy is running on, if that makes sense, because they make more money when people keep getting sick and coming back.
Yeah, doctor, right? Because we
like the pharmaceutical industry,
that's a whole another podcast industry. We could do.
Yeah, that's like I really
the being incentivized to put out certain medications and the kickbacks that they get,
recurring revenue, like all of those, like it's a whole different scheme, and they make more. You're just like a sick cow to them.
Yeah, it's sad and unfortunate, but again, right? If you're healthy, if you mitigate those things.
If you're healthy, people cannot profit off of you. You're
every
healthy.
time, like, I've been to like walk-in clinics a few times, like just because I was like, oh, something's going on. who's your primary doctor? I'm like, I don't have one. Like, I don't go enough to they're like, well, you need one. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, I'll just come to this walk-in clinic. Like, I don't need one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never that sick
Yeah.
to where I have a primary, neither is my wife.
Yeah.
Right. We keep ourselves healthy. Right. My wife's going to be 46 this year. She looks like she's 32.
Wow.
She strength trains 5 times a week. She watches what she eats, and we go on walks together.
Yeah.
Like, she's a badass and with a great ass, and she looks great. That just came to my head, so I had to.
Yo,
So,
we need to
well,
clip
she'll see
that.
this.
We need to clip that.
She'll love that. But like, people like literally like we'll go out to eat, and like I remember one time we went out to a really nice restaurant for supper, and the host or waiter that we had was just awesome. And the conversation came up and her age came up. He goes, there's no fucking way you're, I think at that time, 44. She's like, yeah. He's like, do you just like bathe in lotion? Like, what do you, you know, but yeah, if you take care of yourself, right? Like, it just, again, it comes back, it gives you so much freedom.
Yeah. That's
It really
crazy.
does.
Yeah. How do you say it? Yeah, I did fall off the fitness game for a little bit because, you know, trying to like recover from the run and stuff. But
Well, yeah, you also did something that was insane.
yeah, I mean, on that trip, I found God many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one moment. It was like, I think we were in like Missouri or something. And I was like, damn, Missouri, it's misery. Like, it's hot.
Yeah.
Bugs are out. And I was
all
like,
the bugs. Yeah, that would be the worst.
I was about to pass out. And I was like, God, if you're real, just give me some wind. And it was like, whoosh.
Really?
I was like,
Oh, snap.
oh shit. I was like, well, just in case, can you do it again? It did. Whoosh. And I was like, okay, I'm not even going to question this.
Okay,
I'm
that's
just going to
awesome.
keep going for a little bit. We'll go to the gas station, get some ice or something. But yeah, and then there's a couple of moments too where I was like, I don't know, I felt like I was guided on that journey. Like, I don't understand, like, I don't know. I felt like I was just like guided. It wasn't like my idea to do that.
That's awesome.
But my goal with that is like, because now I accomplished something, you know, extraordinary. When I go on different podcasts, stages, I could share that,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you know? And it's like something for people to remember, like, what the hell? You
No,
know?
it's a very unique story. And again, right? Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people have done that.
Yeah.
And there's lessons in that. I'm sure you
Oh,
probably,
there's tons
I'm sure
of,
the conversations you had with yourself in your head
yeah,
during
it's
that
crazy.
entire ordeal was crazy.
I mean, on that journey, I did find out who is really there for me and who is there for
Absolutely.
the benefits and who would really, like, you know,
Who supports you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you make a lot of money, I mean, I had a big bull run at that time. I was making when you had a lot of money, a lot of people come to you to, you know, take the money off of you, but you don't know what people's intention are until you don't have as much as you used to have.
Yeah. Yeah. You find out who like the real ones are, like your friends, your
Who's
family.
just saying stuff to like get you to, you know, give money or whatever, you know,
Yeah,
the benefits.
absolutely.
The business is so manipulative and it's so slime. Like it's crazier than everything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I did had a podcast with like a real gangster, like
Oh, wow.
the last podcast before this one. He's like a real gangster, and he's like, business is more slime than whatever they're doing. You know, like I was like, that's crazy.
And I think that's why when you know and you find those people that are genuine and authentic, like you want to hang on to them and continue to do like business with them because you know, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, that's one that's like not gonna fuck me over, or
Yeah.
like their intentions are in the right place. So like, gonna do business with that person again.
Yeah, and also like, you know, with the current economy and all the crazy stuff going on, it's revealing a lot of crazy people. You know,
Yeah.
when times are
Certainly
stressed,
is.
the people
Yeah.
are crazy. You know, and man, it's just like, and I work with a lot of high level entrepreneurs too, and I've seen like people will turn over a lot of like their close friends and family for just very small amount of money or you know, stuff, and I'm like, damn, like you could just ask that person to borrow that money. Why do you turn them over like that for that small amount of money?
No,
you know?
it's not good.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like it is freedom. You got to play the game right, though.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
gotta have alliance. You gotta have. It's a different game. Like you're actually in active war. You know.
Yeah, and I'm learning. I mean, I'm so new to this,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Your brand, your business is your country now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Well, but I feel like a lot of things you guys share in your community, it's really good too. Because a lot of things you mentioned today, a lot of people want to say it. They don't know how to say it. They don't have the courage to say it, or they haven't like put the thought together yet. You know, yeah, like the
Yeah.
thing you were saying, like about the different people you meet at the journey, the different levels of you. And
Yep.
I always thought about that, but I never said it out loud. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he said it.
He said it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got a couple more questions for you.
All right, let's
These
go.
these are like I've been like talking to you and
Yeah.
taking some notes.
All right, let's do it.
But these are pretty deep questions, so you feel free to take your time to answer.
Okay.
But what is your mission as a man?
There's so many conflicting signals and ideals out there about what a man should be or what a man is. My mission as a man is to first and foremost show up as the best husband and the best father that I can be. That's most important to me, right? Because there was a time where I was not a good husband and probably wasn't the best father. Um, and now dealing with stuff with my dad, you know, and reflecting back on some of those experiences in childhood and stuff of the man that I want to be, right? Like I want to show up and be a leader,
Mm.
right? I want to be a leader in my family, someone that is trustworthy, that has integrity. I think those qualities in a person are extremely important and they're really hard to find nowadays. So my mission, right now is to make myself a priority, which I neglected for a long time, and to show up as the best version of myself. And it's so damn exciting to be able to do that, like physically, spiritually. Like this year, it's just like all the dots are being connected, and it's like that's why I'm so excited because it's like it's almost hard to put into words
Right, right.
because like wow, I'm on a faith journey again. Like
Yeah.
never did I ever think I would be back on this, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm getting like I hired a coach.
Mhm.
Like shout out to Jonathan, Everybody Nutrition in Huntington Beach, amazing human being and individual. But I'm like, nope, I'm working on myself this year now. Like I'm done with law enforcement, right?
Mhm.
I'm coaching people. I'm showing up to be a leader. Like I need to be the best version of myself. And that's going to start physically, right? I'm back in the Bible.
Mhm.
I'm reading, I'm taking, business courses. It's like, I am going to show up as like the best version of a man, leader, husband, father that I can be.
Wow, that's crazy, and I love it because you're pouring into your family first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's you say you can't pour from an empty cup, so that's crazy. All right, so the next one we have is if you can have the ability to communicate this one message with the world right now. Like let's say you have a microphone, right, that can like just communicate this message to everyone in the world right now. What is your one message to the world?
My message to the world and anyone that would listen would be that no matter what you've done or how you view yourself or how hard you've been or how much of a piece of shit that you think that you've been or may have been, um, you can always change. You can always, the hole's never too deep. You just have to endure the climb and it's going to be difficult. Like, and if people tell you that it's not, um, they're lying to you. It is difficult, but anything good, anything worthwhile is going to be difficult. And I've seen what that's like, right? Like in my marriage, I thought that hole was too deep. I didn't think I would ever crawl out of it, but because of perseverance and belief and hardship, um, therapy, all of that, putting in the work, doing the hard shit, you can change. You can change your entire life. It's going to take time. It's going to take hard work. But if you stick it out, like there's beauty in life on the other side of that. There really is.
Okay. Next one I have is. That was a phenomenal answer, by the way. That's wow. Okay. How do people deal with loneliness when they're leveling up on their journey?
Damn, that's a good question. um, how do people deal with loneliness when leveling up on their journey? Um, for me, it's been getting into those rooms, into those like, and you have to forcefully put yourself in there, right? Again, investing in yourself, like
Mm-hmm.
being an extrovert, like so, because it is lonely
Mm.
when you're leveling up, and I'm experiencing that, but it doesn't have to be, at
Mm.
least not for too long. So you have to start putting yourself out there, making connections, right? Like having conversations, like, okay, what is it you want to do? And start finding where those people are, right? So again, you might have to change up where are you living, like what are you doing, like where are the places you're attending, like you're gonna have to change things up. Things are going to change, and change is painful, change is uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that saying, um, being complacent and staying the same, being comfortable is painful,
Mm-hmm.
and change is painful. Which pain are you willing to endure?
Mm.
The pain of change or the pain of regret? What do you want to live with?
Crazy.
And that's been a huge question that's been like going in my mind. And I'm like, I am going to go ahead and choose, I'll deal and live with the pain of change,
Mm.
because I can endure that. I can't look back when I'm 60 or 70 and deal with the pain of regret, because I'm seeing what that's doing in my dad's life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle that. I'm not going to do that.
Wow. Can you expand a little bit on your dad's right now? So people know
Yeah.
context.
So my dad's going through a lot of health issues right now. Something I never, and a lot of it or most of it is self-induced.
Mm.
So it's been really, really difficult. This has been a really good season of learning to extend grace and not forgiveness, but he's dealing with onset dementia right now, but it's alcohol induced, and we know it is, but he won't admit it, and his wife won't admit it.
Damn.
There's a ton of medical issues that he has going on right now, and I have tried for fucking years to get him healthy. Like, come move in with me and Tracy. We'll get you healthy. We'll get you on a meal plan. Like, we're like, for years just fell on deaf ears, and now, right, we're at the stage where we're at now. Like, I haven't seen my dad in 2 years.
Damn.
Talk to him very rarely, because every time I talk to him, I can tell he's drunk off of
Wow.
wine,
Wow.
and he sounds like a child.
Mm.
And it's been very difficult for me and my other siblings. Like, my siblings and I are very close,
Mm-hmm.
to see that, because our dad was a very involved dad when we were younger. Not the best dad, right? Everyone does the best with what they can, with what they have when they can.
Mm-hmm.
But took us like concerts, like took me to see Linkin Park when I was a kid, took me to see, Creed, like my favorite bands, would throw the football around with us. Like, good dad. I had a good childhood.
Mm-hmm.
But now to see where he's at, right? Like, all my siblings now are having kids. Like, he's the only grandkid he's ever met is my son. And that's because I had, he's almost 16.
Damn.
But he's got grandkids that are 2 years old now. He's never met, because he refuses to come down and see us. So ironically enough, next weekend, me, my sister, and my two brothers, along with all of our spouses and kids, are driving up to North Dakota. We all rented an Airbnb because we're like, again, right? Pain of regret. Yeah, we're mad at him. We're disappointed. We're frustrated. But are we going to let that dictate what we're just never going to see our dad again? No.
Mm.
Now we need to go up and fucking make the trip. Whether, because we've tried to do that before, and he's bailed on us, and we're like, don't care if that motherfucker says don't come this time. Like, guess what? We're showing up at your fucking door, because we're not gonna get a call that you fucking died, and now we have the pain of regret
Mm.
that we didn't get to come see you. So, that's kind of what we're dealing with, and it's just weird to think that I'm almost 38. Like, I thought maybe like this stuff would happen like when I'm in my 50s, not when my dad's in his early 60s and should be vibrant and full of life. So that's why I am so passionate about health and fitness and wellness and mental health and clarity and all of this, because I look at my dad and I'm like, no fucking way in hell when I am 65 years old is that going to be my outcome. Not if I can do anything in my power to mitigate it. Like, no way. Like I'm going to be doing cool shit when I'm 65 and being around for my grandkids and stuff like that. Like that's not going to happen. So that's been a huge driving force for me and why I am so passionate to help people and explain to them the importance of do it now. Don't wait. Like get healthy now. It's so important. Like, don't you want to live to see your grandkids and be involved and like have the quality of life for as long as possible? It's so important. So important to me.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is a really good question for those people that have big egos. All right. How do people ask for help?
You just do. Like there's nothing wrong with asking for help, because there's this cliche saying, right? Like you don't know what you don't know. So there's nothing wrong with starting out new or as a beginner, or like I ask for help on a daily basis with things, right? That's what having a coach and a mentor is all about, right? Seeking out the help, guidance, and advice of someone who's come before you and laid the groundwork and has done what you're trying to do, whether that's right, losing weight or finding a way to, level up your finances or be better in your marriage. That's why my wife and I, we just went to a marriage retreat like a little over a month ago. Not because our marriage is bad, it's better than it's ever been, but like we're like, yeah, it could be better. Like we've never done this. Let's go experience that. And the tools that we took away from that to implement into our marriage, right, was amazing. So there's never a wrong time or anything wrong with asking for help or needing to level up in an area that you're not familiar with. Like if it's amazing what you can do when you ask for that help, and the clarity that will bring.
What is the best way to build up courage?
Do scary, hard shit. Like, and keep doing it. Really, I think the best way to, like, that's one of those things where you just, you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Like you can't like tiptoe around it or like walk up to the edge. Like, if you were going to like, base jump or like, you jump, you got to do it. Like, it's like discipline or anything else, like courage, right? It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Same with discipline. The more you practice that, the stronger it gets. So like with courage, you just got to do it. Like it's hard and it's difficult and it's scary, but like you just got to put yourself out there and you got to take the leap.
It's crazy because the biggest thing that everyone always come to me and ask is how do I get people to speak on camera, right? And I always tell them the same thing. It's like you really have to believe in your mission and yourself. And if you do the work behind the scene, there's no way you don't have the confidence. A lot of people, when they get on camera and I see that they don't have the confidence, it's because they're not doing the work behind the scene. They're just like smoking.
Oh, I love that.
Out. You know what I'm talking about? Like
we were talking earlier, conviction.
Yeah.
You need to be convicted in what and have some knowledge in what the fuck you're talking about, right? We can always get smarter, right? That's why I surround myself with people that know more than I do. That's why I have a certified nutritionist that works with my clients on nutrition. I know a little bit, but that's what she went to school for. It's what she's done for 20 years. She's an expert. So I was like, what can I do to provide more value to my clients to make sure they get the best results possible? I'm going to bring on a nutritionist to my team. So yeah, know what the fuck you're talking about, but like, yeah, have conviction. Like you need to be excited and passionate because people can see through the bullshit, right? They can see like, oh, that they're not into what they're talking about, or oh, they're doing it for clicks, or they're doing it for whatever. Like there's right. That's why I'd like some of like the best accounts, right? It's not the craziest, flashiest stuff. It's just guys or girls talking into a phone, but they're talking real shit.
Right.
And they know what they're talking about and they're convicted. And I think there is a want for that right now, for realness and authenticity, because there is so much stupid TikTok dance bullshit out there that's so fucking fake. Like we're tired of it. We're tired of like people being insincere,
Mhm.
and fake and not real. And you can weed through that. Like you can, like when you meet someone, right? Like meeting you today, like, oh, this dude's fucking dope. Like this is like, we're going to work more together. Like, but I've met people where I'm like, oh,
Like you
get
see
me
it
the fuck out of this room.
you can see it in
Like,
person right away, right? Like in 5 seconds.
right. I think that's almost like a skill, like discernment. Like you,
Yeah.
like at least for me, like I can tell if I'm going to vibe with somebody like instantly, like,
Yeah.
or if it's like, ooh, yeah, this is going to be a long day.
No, I mean, I appreciate you. Yeah, man. That's the biggest thing. Everyone always asks me, like, out of like, we have like 2,000 leads in our CRM right now, and that's the one question. And I was like, well, are you doing the work?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, are you consistent? Well, no. That's why you're not confident.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Got it. Right. Consistency comes back to everything with diet and working out. And again, right. You're going to suck at it in the beginning. Like I look at some of my videos when I started 2 years ago, Jesus Christ, it's awful. It's so cringe. It's so bad. And I'm sure 2 years from now, I'll look back to some of the stuff and be like, ooh, but you got to suck at it. You're going to suck at it, but you just got to do it. But you got to put in the reps like anything else. Just, you gotta just start talking and you'll get better and critique yourself. Watch the videos back. It's like when you start weightlifting, you start squatting, right, or deadlifting, like you film yourself or look at yourself in the mirror so you can see your form, so you can correct it. Like, oh shit, my back's rounding. Oh, my legs are coming in. Same with talking. Like video yourself and then play it back, watch it, critique it, and then do better the next time.
yeah, it's just it's addictive, like too, like
Yeah.
when you can just get on video, it's like you're getting on stages every day, and it's like
yeah, right, because you're like, even if a video, right, like what I struggled with for the longest time was like, oh, it only got 500 views, right?
yeah,
Think of a room of 500 people. That's fucking terrifying. Like,
right.
but that's a lot of eyeballs.
That is a lot of eyeballs.
That's a lot of eyeballs. Yeah, it's cool to get 500,000 views.
Yeah,
But like 500, like when you think of it in perspective is that way, like that, oh wow, that's 500 people that heard my message.
yeah,
or whatever.
I always tell people, like, when you're getting into building your own brand, you're just a handful of videos away from like having the life of your dreams.
I've heard that actually, yeah, because you don't know what's going to take off.
Yeah, and you just got to do it. Like we have a couple clients we shoot like 10 ads for, and I'm always like, they're like, why do you have to do 10? It's just the law
of averages.
The laws of averages. 2 is gonna hit or 1's gonna hit, and we have like 1 or 2 in those batches that have made like 6 figures in a couple months before, or even close to 7 figures now.
That's so cool.
But it's like basic, like it's not something crazy.
Yeah, it's just
the message.
well, right. Even like if you schedule, like if you have 60 conversations, right? If you're trying to like get leads, 60 conversations you put out there.
Yeah.
Say 15 of those book a call.
Yeah.
10 of those show up to the call.
Yeah.
You might sign 2 or 3. It's just the law of averages.
It's just there's certain just laws of the universe.
Yeah.
Like we need to write a book about it. You know what I'm talking about? Like there's certain laws of the universe you just cannot break.
It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes.
It's just I love it. It's crazy. Okay. How can people find you?
Wonderful question. Instagram, Facebook. So Instagram, it's at The Real Brandon Hills. On Facebook, it's just my name, Brandon Hills. Currently, I'm having a whole website and automation and landing page and stuff built out with a website. So once that's done, that information will be available. But for right now, it's just the social media. Definitely most active on Instagram. So at The Real Brandon Hills, absolutely.
And if they DM you, it's you talking to them, right?
Yes, I'm not big enough right now, let's just be honest, to have, other people in my DMs. So if you message me or reach out and want to have a consultation or just say, hey, it's me. And most of the time I actually answer with a voice note. So you're going to hear my voice, or sometimes I do videos. So it is me. There's nobody else in my DMs. I handle all of that.
Damn. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
And traveling and coming up and, with the great energy. This is just like the beginning, because I could already feel it for you. It's just the beginning.
I'm excited. And thank you. I think I saw one of your ads, honestly, and I was like, And then I went on your page. I was like, that dude makes some dope ass content, and he's talking about a podcast. And I think I just like cold DM'd you, and you got back to me, and
Yeah.
here we are. So thank you for allowing me to come on here and tell a bit of my story and what it is that I do and my passions. And hopefully I get to work with more people and help them, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, this like the internet game is way different than like people like, oh, you just make a couple videos, run some ads, get some
It's
clients.
work.
No, it's
It's
a lot
work.
of behind the scene work.
It's a lot. Like, I know we had this conversation, but in the
Yeah.
last year, I've invested, right,
Mhm.
$45,000 into things for the business, mentorship, coaches. Like,
Mhm.
it takes money to make money. And if you want to be good at your craft, at what you do, like, you got to invest in yourself. And I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
And, that's how the wheel turns. But it's worth it, and it is a job. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. I've been watching you. I'm like, this dude's going to work. Like, you do a lot. It's fun,
Yeah.
right? Don't get me wrong. Like, it's cool creating. Creating has been something that it's really, really fun, but it is work.
Yeah. I'm just lucky to have the platform because this wasn't intentionally a podcast. Now,
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me that. That's
now
crazy.
that I have two people coming for LA.
So cool.
And yeah.
And the name is awesome too.
New Legacy?
That's
yeah.
great. That's a
It
great
used to
name.
be a little clothing brand that I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
great name.
Yeah. It's and plus it's like when you hear the name, regardless of the stages you're in, it just feels refreshed.
It's very powerful.
Yeah. And
No,
it's like
it's a good name.
it's like, oh, one day that legacy is gonna be me. It's like it kind of makes you feel like you can come from like rags to riches in one generation, or rags to success in one generation.
So I guess the last thing I'll leave with, like with you saying that, is I had a conversation with someone the other day, and I told them, I said, I want to be the first person in my family that's ever become a millionaire. I want to do things that no one's ever done in my family. And that's the season I feel that I'm stepping into. I'm terrified. I really am. I don't know what it looks like. There's so many unknowns, but it's like this inherent feeling that I have. Like, but then I meet people like you, right, for the first time, and you're like at the gym, right? I literally texted my wife and DJ. I was like, he just said one of the most profound, because you were literally like, I've been doing this long enough. I've worked with a lot of fitness coaches, and you said to me, like, you're a winner. You're going to do it. And I was like, that. I texted my wife and my partner.
It's just the energy. I could tell.
But like, so that validates what I'm doing in the season I'm in, and why I'm so excited, because I have people like you I've never met that are like, hey, you're going to fucking make it, man. Like, that does so much for me and my spirit. Like,
it's because like people are going to see you're willing to travel, trying to get yourself out.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, okay, well, if I work with this guy, he's going to go with the extra mile for me.
Absolutely. And I'm all like, if my clients see this and want to comment on it, I think one thing that they would all unanimously agree and say on is that I am always available. They call me, they text me, they message me, and I am always willing to go the extra mile for them, because I wish I had someone like that when I was in my journey, starting out, because it makes the difference.
That's true. And that's with your heart too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being part of the show, man.
Thank you, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.